2014 began with the creation of the Gamma Sniping team, based upon the energy drink for gamers. While the team would pick up a number of famed players like Blue and Cross, they would eventually dissolve before they were able to find any significant success. April featured a few more milestones for Synergy and SoaR, who hit 200,000 and 500,000 subscribers respectively, all amid the new controversy that was beginning to ride over the community.
Trust, and I'm back again, exposing these knowers like it's my job.
SoaR had began exposing players on major teams for cheating and faking clips on his second YouTube channel. None of SoaR's work would be as high profile as exposing SoaR Tensor. Tensor had been caught for using locked lobbies, and would later be caught for faking clips in the FaZe 5 challenge. All the while, both SoaR himself and the people he was exposing came to receive hate and further damage the community.
Now people in SoaR don't set up, you remember that. They're too good for that. So, we got two people on the other team. Swelling and his little butt buddy that's having a sleepover at his house. And they seem to be setting up for these gentlemen. There's the dummy. Oh. Tensor's going for his sick ladder stall build. There is the dummy on top of the thing.
More controversy appeared a month later in May, when FaZe was kicked from FaZe. FaZe was a designer who had supposedly created the iconic FaZe logo and felt that he'd been unfairly treated. A year later, Temper would finally reveal that FaZe had lied in saying the logo was his idea, when in fact it was Temper's.
Yeah, just a little bit of a backstory. I've been designing for FaZe for over 3 years, and I created the logo back in 2011. I was never once in the FaZe chat or on the roster. And that, like, at the time it didn't really matter to me. You know, I was young, like, especially when I first joined, I was young. I had no intentions of pursuing a career in graphic design. It was just a hobby for me, and you know, they had more subscribers, and this would be a chance for me to grow my channel, you know, to get popular, I guess. But as I got older, I started to realize how they were just using me, like, and I always thought to myself, was I really going to keep doing work for people who don't properly recognize me for it? I mean, I was doing free work for people who didn't even respect me. I thought they were nice guys, but really they were only nice to me when they needed something. Whenever I wanted to talk to them, or whenever I was going to ask them for something, they would either ignore me or give me very slow responses, you know, or just avoid the question in total. But yeah, I was too nice.
Davey and others continued to hit awesome starts for FaZe, but regardless, the team was evolving from simply being a trickshot team to something much more. The addition of the raging sniper Jev to the team proved to be yet another example of the expansion of their reach in the community. Later, in June, the once nearly inactive Dare Sniping channel made a return with an attempt to rebirth the team in an attempt to place it as the second team next to Dare Rising, but ultimately, Dare Sniping failed to make an effective return. The FaZe 5 challenge returned again, and once again drew the attention of the majority of the community. While Tensor would be eliminated from the top 20 for faking clips, the other contestants remained to fight it out. One of these contestants was BLS, who proved to make the most high energy and creative push anyone had ever seen. BLS combined not only high quality clips with high quality raps about the competition, and his channel took off in return.
Yo, up guys, it's your boy BLS, and this is my official FaZe 5 Recruitment Challenge entry song. And I guarantee ain't nobody else out here doing a song. Yeah, check it. They asked me why I wanna be a part of FaZe Clan. Well, first of all, I'ma tell you that I really wanna be a man. I've been subscribed since 20K, so you can say I'm a huge fan. I always wanna inspire people, believe it, that is my plan. They say I'm underrated, underestimated, always hated, but it doesn't matter cause they jealous if they hating. I want this to happen so bad because it is my dream, and I wanna make it true by being a member of a team. Yo, let me spice it up a little bit. I'm about to go crazy like I'm snorting gamma, you can call me Gwit. I will never quit. I'll ding your ass across the map cause that's your two head coming for talking all this shit. I make it rain so much that I'm gonna need 2 banks. Shout out to my fans, I owe all you guys a huge thanks. I have to tell you that being in FaZe is my obsession, but let's cut the small talking. should you pick me to win phase 5? Because I'll do this shit every day until I die. I needed to survive. I married phase and making my wife. This is my passion. Without phase, my dreams would go crashing. This spot is like a shoe and best believe it fits perfectly. Crazy thing is barely anyone has ever heard of me. They're screaming, oh my god, yo, it's BLS. They telling me to join phase because they think I'm the best. My channel blew up and it's been a bit of a clutter. It's like I'm the next big thing since spreadable butter. But don't worry, I don't care about the paychecks. I worry about my fans cause I love them from the bottom of my apex. I promise to all of you that I will never change. My potential is a space shuttle that has an endless range. This conclusion song so you could say that I'm done with it. BLS no sound without phase being in front of it. Yo, up guys, this is your boy BLS.
However, after receiving backlash for his creative approach from leaders of other teams, BLS would ultimately receive undeserved hate and narrowly miss the top 5. BLS's story and the hate the Tensor received ultimately proved how toxic the community was becoming. A player named Bobo was one of the winners of the second Phase 5 challenge and proved to be the first Tomahawker to join the team as Phase's reach continued to expand. Agony, the twins who had been kicked from FaZe and created to obey, also made the top 5 that year and received yet another chance at being a part of the Red Militia. They still, however, remained a factor on Obey, helping with a wide variety of the team's operations, including the Infinite 2 Team Taj. All the while, Lucky 7 continued to gain subscribers, reaching 100,000 subscribers on YouTube around the same time, as did Horizon after having made a successful comeback. Along the way, SoaR also reached 200,000 subscribers that year. FaZe's star-studded roster continued to expand as they acquired Grizz, the sniper who had arguably started it all. To help manage the new variety of tasks FaZe had taken up, Rain was promoted to co-leader in August, proving his rise to fame was still continuing.
But yeah, so I'm co-leader of FaZe now, and I'm really excited to do that because I've been working with Banks a lot lately. Like I've talked to you about that in the video.
It's Scarce here, and today I'm going to be making a video on SoaR getting hacked. If you guys don't know, SoaR Sniping got hacked. They have like 600,000 subscribers. I think it's insane that a 600k channel was able to get hacked.
Despite the success SoaR had experienced in reaching over 500,000 subscribers on YouTube, they still became a prime example that the internet was still vulnerable to hackers, no matter how popular your team was.
This all started 2 weeks ago on November 1st when a video went up, Team Taj by FaZe Barker with the hashtag Red in it. Everyone wanted to know what Red was. Then a Twitter account known as Red Reserve started getting followed by everyone that's important in gaming entertainment. Then FaZe Rain said, my mom texted me, asked me what Red was. I'm not even allowed to tell my own mother. Everyone was asking, what is Red? What is Red? What is Red? And then people started saying, joined Red. Super, joined Red. Scarce, joined Red. Joined Red started trending in the United States, and then joined Red started trending worldwide. Then FaZe Clan tweeted out Red.
Big news dropped once again out of FaZe as they created a new team, the Red Reserve. While new teams started, other teams departed, one of them being Envy, which dropped its sniping team in December.
Snipers Envy ended up dropping their entire roster today. The team is completely done. It's ended. And personally, I'm really sad about it because this team was one of the most respected sniping teams in the community, and Hacks actually came out with a message saying why the team ended and other stuff like that, and I'll actually put that on the screen right here if you guys want to pause and read it, or you could also just hear what I'm about to say right now. I'll also put the tweet down in the description below so you guys can go check out the tweet for yourself. So what he said is basically that the team kind of started to turn into a stepping stone, I guess you could say, for bigger teams. And you guys know most sniping teams out there are stepping stones to get into bigger teams, but the thing is with Envy is that they never really had players that left the team. Like, they had really loyal players.
2015 started off with a mind-blowing montage from Agony that was edited by Nikki HD. Nikki HD would quickly become one of the most popular editors on the scene as she remade clips to give them a higher quality feel. FaZe once again continued to expand, helping with the creation of a video game, StarNet Eclipse, and creating a channel based around keeping gamers fit. Professionalism remained important, and continued to be even more important as teams became more popular and grew in influence. Some teams and individuals seem to lack the maturity required to maintain this professionalism.
And now for our next story, I kind of ended up in the news. It's really cold here in Buffalo, New York, so I tweeted out a picture because my daughter had a snow day of us when we got a response from Air Sharky that said, "Fuck you and your ugly ass daughter." We responded by saying, "If you're not kicked from Air for attacking a 5-year-old girl, Air Sharky, then Air is a joke of a team. Fave if you agree." Now, many people favored, but the official Air Twitter responded with this: "Get cancer, 40-year-old faggot, to me." We responded by saying, "Really? I think you might be losing sponsors after my report on Dromeler, Air as a team, good game." Another Air member said this: "Kill yourself and your daughter." And then another Air member said, "Your daughter is a sex slave, the cancer victim." Now, while this was all going on, Air's Twitter looked like this. The bio saying, "Powered by Scuff, Elgato, and Gamer Grip USA." Now, we did 100% confirm after this happened today that Scuff dropped Air as a sponsor. We didn't get confirmation from the other two sponsors, but we know this: their Twitter bio now does not show any sponsors.
FaZe reached their greatest milestone in February when they achieved 3 million subscribers and put up a trailer for a yet-to-be-released 3 million subscriber montage. The old Era Uprising channel that was no longer being used returned to use in March when a team called Uprising was created and began using the channel. FaZe seemed to own the news in the early half of 2015 as their second team, Red, reached 100,000 subscribers just 4 months after it started, and FaZe picked up their first knife feeder, Iced.
Everything is twisted, I can feel it. It's another stupid summer where it's cold, cold, cold. And we could do it on our own. Head up to a place where maybe no one goes. In a rocket full of liquor, in a Polaroid for pictures. Baby, you should stab me before I lose control.
Or FaZe coming out to guys, a brand new week of top 5 plays of the week. This is week 100, so instead of top 5 plays, I'm gonna be doing 50 plays. So this is gonna be pretty crazy. I'm gonna be doing 50 plays in a row.
FaZe Rain also put up his 100th episode of his Top 5 Plays of the Week series, a series that he'd been doing long before he got big. All the while, though, every episode he made, he helped small players gain the exposure they deserved. In April, the long-lost Optic channel reached 1 million subscribers, despite being hardly active.
I let this channel go inactive for far too long, and I've neglected it. Not on purpose, but I've neglected it enough to where it could be considered that it was done on purpose. But I feel bad. I feel bad that this channel is just sitting here, nothing. 7 months ago was, I believe, the last time we uploaded. Maybe 6 months. Doesn't matter. It's been more than a week. Okay, longer than a week, longer than a month, longer than 2 months, and that's not something that I have ever felt more disappointed in myself than this particular fact.
What would follow was a series of highs as various teams hit big numbers. Obey was one of them, reaching 500,000 subscribers, being just the 4th team after FaZe, Optic, and SoaR to do so. Both Spacebound and Dare Rising would also reach 200,000 in the next month. The series of events that would happen in the summer of 2015 caused huge controversy and brought the sniping community to its knees, as the actions of a few created stereotypes for everyone.
Lucky 7 is under fire right now for apparently charging for spots on their roster. We got a clip from that. We're going to play it right now.
Some guys buying a roster spot tomorrow, and some other guys buying a roster spot on...
Don't sell roster spots, cunt.
I'm not actually going to add them to the chat, obviously. Just going to get the money and then gav.
Plans sell roster spots and then they fucking go to shit. Like, look at Era.
Wait, I'm not actually going to sell them. I'm going to scam them. Like, they're going to give me the money and then I'm just not going to reply to them ever again. If they report me, I'll just be like, oh, I got hacked. I don't know.
Now, after we tweeted about this earlier this morning, some people in Lucky 7 tweeted back at me saying that advice was kicked from the team. However, he is still on the roster.
A week later, Keemstar reported even worse news on Drama Alert.
But now we have another story coming out of Lucky 7. An individual was kicked from their team for missing 1 day, being inactive 1 day to attend a funeral. We have Neji here to kind of explain what happened. Neji, who was the funeral for?
The funeral was for one of my best friends, actually. I've known him since, let's say, 2002. He's literally been my friend since childhood. I wouldn't want to say his name because I know a lot of people in real life that are in the trickshotting community that would know him, and I think I've attended his funeral as well. He died because of cancer. Throat cancer, actually, voice box.
So,
sorry about that.
You've known him for quite some time.
Yeah.
So you attended the funeral yesterday?
Yep, I attended the funeral. Some days I went to his house to help the family and stuff with food. It's like a tradition for our religion, basically.
And you're Muslim, correct?
Yeah, I'm Muslim, yeah.
So you were helping him out, you were getting him food, the family feud, you go to the funeral, and what happened when you got back?
I got back and I was kicked. As soon as I found out I got kicked, like L7's one of my dream teams, I messaged the head manager straight away, explained to him the situation while I wasn't on. He literally just laughed at me.
And many debated if Keemstar's report was actually true, and if L7 had actually sold spots or kicked a member for such an awful reason.
Genesis Sway here, and yes, you heard that right. I have joined Genesis. Now you guys are probably wondering why I would do that. Why would I not be part of SB? And the thing is, I'm not fully leaving SB. I'm always going to be part of SB. I'll still be rostered as founder, still going to be in the sub box. It's still my channel, of course, and I put too much work into SB to ever watch the channel fail, to ever see it die.
The same day, SB Sway, the founder of Spacebound Universe, departed his team to join and lead Genesis.
For the next topic here, we have one from Genesis. They actually uploaded a new video today saying Genesis returns, and it has 1,400 likes and 1,500 dislikes, and it's actually from Sway, I'm pretty sure, SB Sway.
What happened next was one of the single most dramatic 4 days in the sniping community. Jetpack, the owner of Genesis, closed the team a day after Sway joined in an attempt to block Sway from ruining Genesis's legacy.
I want to first off start by saying the fact that Jetpack closed the Genesis channel as a means just of preventing me of running it is absolutely fucking insane. Like, that channel is worth thousands of dollars to people, and not only that, now no one's going to be able to remember all those Genesis memories, and he put so much work into that channel. I just feel bad for Ty. I mean, like, Ty was just blindsided by an old friend. I mean, I thought Jetpack was an old friend of mine, to be honest, but I guess just because we led SB together doesn't mean he likes me anymore, and SoaR seems to have changed him for some reason. Guys, Sway here, and Genesis has been closed by Jetpack, so the clan is over, sadly, but it was fun while it lasted. Just kidding, it really sucked because I worked my ass off for a couple days straight. Literally was losing sleep just to recruit players and to find the right people to make the team good again, doing my absolute best, and I actually thought things were going well, but nope, channel closed due to things outside of my control, which is precisely the reason I'm quitting. It got to the point where I really had no control over my future fate in the gaming community. I caught a lucky break from an old friend in Ty letting me run Genesis, but all my other old friends really didn't look out for me or anything, and that's kind of what trickshotting has come to. If you don't have friends in SoaR or Red or FaZe, then you're out of luck, honestly.
After the dramatic incident with Genesis, Sway returned to Spacebound, just to end that team and quit sniping.
What's up guys, Sway here, and I just wanted to let you know that SB has ended. I'm really sorry for those who wanted to join, but it's something that had to be done. All the leaders agreed that the SB 200k team touch wasn't going to necessarily be up to standards. We tried our best, but the thing was our reputation was bringing us so much down that it was hard for us to recruit players. No matter how hard we worked, I mean, it was just tough for us to actually make the content up to our standards. So we decided to cut it before we turn into the next Psycho, for example. And we just didn't want to make the team drag on in a standard that was lower than how SB should have been perceived as.
What's up guys, SB Ravi here, and today I have a new video for you guys. Just kind of talking to you guys on what happened with SB.
But, like all things, people questioned Sway's honesty about why he was ending Spacebound. As Ravi, a former SB player, would explain.
Sway wanted to end SB and which he did. He ended it today. If you guys weren't on Twitter or anything, he ended SB because he felt like if he brings SB back within, like, not within, but like the next 2 to 3 months, that he would get the same amount of hype that Horizon gets. And before I even go any further about this, I'm gonna just kind of talk to you guys about this whole Horizon thing. The only reason Horizon is getting a lot of hype is because Juicy joined. Juicy joined back. Juicy was the overall leader of Dare, and that was one of the biggest reasons Horizon was just blowing up. Is because, you know, Juicy took all the Dare editors with him. He stole so many people from Dare. He stole half of the freaking Dare roster. He stole SoaR people. He stole L7 people, and he made this into such an amazing team. That's the reason that that Horizon's even big. It's because he was a overall leader of Dare.
Nonetheless, Spacebound blasted off for the last time on July 15th, 2015, as SoaR signaled to his followers that the sniping community was all but on the brink of destroying itself. But on the same day, Pomage released one of the best edited montages yet, this one again by Nikki HD. It even received the recognition of David Vonderhaar of Treyarch. However, the drama managed to continue, as Era ended a little over a week after Spacebound had. Yet another notable team had departed the community, and left many wondering if SoaR was correct about his predictions.
And the big topic for today, Era Eternity actually ended up ending. That's right, guys. That team has been around since, I don't know, 2011, and they have been, you know, really killing it on YouTube and stuff, or they were killing it before. And, you know, recently they've kind of been going downhill. You know, they haven't been pulling as many views as they used to and stuff. And actually, Supreme, one of the overall leaders of Era, tweeted out saying, "I've left Era Eternity. It was a good run, boys. Lethal is fucking retarded, and I'm the only one with access to the Era Twitter currently." And Era retweeted both those tweets. And then Noodles tweeted out saying, "What happened to Era?" And Supreme replied to him saying, "Lethal came out of his 6-month hibernation trying to get us to kick a leader, and we wouldn't, so he just ended it right then and there," which does really suck, man. Like, that team was going on for such a long time.
Horizon returned in late July to much hype, which only brought to question if Spacebound, Era, or Optic will one day restart their sniping teams to the same hype. The sniping community today still has continued to maintain and even increase in the popularity it once had. However, the community has always been marred by controversy and negative vibes. It has now been dragged down more than ever by the actions of those who act negatively and hostilely. Additionally, some claim things have become more exclusive. Only those with the proper connections can get on big teams. We can only hope the sniping community recovers from the hate it's received over the years and can one day return to form. Whether as a player or a fan, the community no doubt impacted the lives and even lifestyle choices of countless people who graced past both Call of Duty and YouTube. To those who never knew what the game was like, they likely never know how much fun we had, or will have. How are you guys all doing? I'm SpawnTrap, and I see that you have made it to the end of part 2 of the Evolution of Sniping documentary. For some reason, you did not see part 1. That annotation is on the screen right now. Otherwise, the link is going to be down in the description if you missed part 1 somehow. Otherwise, I got my Twitter on the screen, and I have a lot of people I want to be able to thank for this video because it was extremely difficult, but it was good to have had the help of a lot of friends. So, Luke T Concepts actually made the thumbnail and the logo for the Evolution of Sniping, along with all the GFX that's on my channel. These are really, really nice nice guy. I will have his Twitter and his YouTube down in the description. You definitely want to check him out. Actually, his YouTube will have the annotation on the screen. Also, thanks to my buddy Tanner for going through, looking at this as a rough draft, and checking that all the audio was lined up, all the video was lined up, and all that stuff was good, and that it wasn't just a messily thrown together thing, for helping me kind of polish it up that way. Otherwise, the other two guys you're seeing on the screen, it's Mai and it's Kodo, actually helped by submitting a ton of clips. They actually each submitted about 15 clips a piece. Now about 150 YouTube videos went into making this two-part documentary, so each of them did about 10% of the research that was required for me to put this whole thing together. So big shout out to them. Their annotations for YouTube are also going to be on the screen. Otherwise, I have my FaZe movie and my Tensor movie. If you have not seen those half-hour specials yet, those are also on the screen. And like I did mention at the end of part 1, I would like to have the opportunity to do a Jev documentary next, if that's the kind of thing you guys want to see. I have a automated tweet down in the description. You just click on the tweet, hit tweet, and then boom, you can tweet that thing out. You might have to sign into your Twitter account or something like that if you haven't on the platform that you're using right now to watch this video, but you can tweet that out, and it'll tweet at me and at Jev, and hopefully if we can get Jev's attention, we can try and make something like this for Jev's 1 million subscriber special or something. Even if Jev doesn't upload it, regardless, just the ability to work with Jev and ensure that the thing is 100% accurate like I did with Tensors would be an awesome opportunity. Otherwise, even if Jev doesn't see it, he doesn't see all the tweets, I will regardless. So if I see all the tweets coming in that you guys want to see a Jev one, I'll just end up doing it myself, and I think that would end up working out perfectly fine too. It would just be better if we could have the ensured quality from having the player themselves have the opportunity to look at it and ensure that it's 100% accurate. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the evolution of sniping. Hopefully you guys let me know down in the comment section what you guys want to see me do next. And obviously I couldn't cover everything that every single person wanted to see in this documentary. It would just be impossible. It's already 2 parts. It's already an hour long, and obviously I missed a lot of stuff. But you have to also think about how much stuff went into it. There's a ton of stuff that's in here that maybe a lot of people wouldn't have thought of initially, but nonetheless, I know a lot of people are going to be telling me in the comment section I missed this or that. You can drop it down there. I'll obviously read it, but I had to miss some things. I had to miss a lot of things, really, because to cover 8 years in an hour is extremely difficult. So I did what I could, and this is what you guys got. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next documentary, which will hopefully be out, in a couple of weeks or something, because I know you guys just love watching these things. So I'm Spawn Trapped, and I will get the heck out of here.